everyone, it's Nicole, and today I'm going to be showing you my Jane Austen collection. So I really love Pride and Prejudice. It's one of my favorite classics, and every time I go out, either going shopping used bookstores or Goodwills, or if I see something online and if it's a really pretty cover, I buy like a bunch of different Pride and Prejudice editions. I'm starting to do that with Persuasion now. I reread Persuasion last year when I did a Jane Austen read-along with Taylor over at Paige Screen Taylor. And it just I just realized that yes, I love Pride and Prejudice, but I also like her other work as well. So I'm slowly but surely getting a bunch of Persuasion editions as well, but the most I have is Pride and Prejudice. So I did want to show you that. First one I kind of want to show you, I'll just go through like the collections that I have, because I have some bind-ups and things that I have all of Jane Austen's work, so I'm going to show those first. And the first one is going to be this Barnes & Noble leather-bound classic edition. Barnes & Noble has been doing these leather-bound editions for a number of years now. And I do, as you can see here, I have a bunch. So I should probably do a tour for these ones as well, because they're all super pretty. But so this has all 7 of Jane Austen's work in them, and I just think this is just gorgeous. And you open it and you have these beautiful page ends, and then you have like the gold edges there. So I really enjoy this. It is pretty hefty, so if you're going to be reading one book, it's kind of difficult to be lugging this around all the time, but it's really, really pretty and I like it. And then I got this, the complete Jane Austen works, the World Cloud Classics. I've had this on my wish list for a while, and they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, they're gorgeous. They were just full price. I think it was something like $83, $85, and that's a little bit pricey for me, but I was notified that it went on sale, like more than half off. I think I ended up spending with tax like less than 40, I want to say. And I was just like, I'm getting it. I'm getting it immediately. But so you have all 7 works here, and they all have these really beautiful spines here. And I just love them. They're so, so pretty. And then I'm going to take one of the books out. Pride and Prejudice, obviously. So this is what it looks like when you take it out. And it's just so, I just love these. They're so pretty. I have a number of different classics with this kind of style, and I just, it's just stunning. I love it so much. And then you open it, and then you have the beautiful page ends, and they're just so gorgeous. They're so pretty. Put that away. Sorry, I got my unicorns here. This is probably one of my favorites, and I love it so much. So I'm just gonna put it over here so I can get to the other ones. Next one I have here is a bind-up of Pride and Prejudice and Emma. I got this at our local used bookstore called Bookman's, and I just thought this was actually really pretty. I just love the blue font. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so I just really liked that. And of course, the beautiful page ends. I just love this font. Like, oh my gosh, just love this. I just thought it was super pretty. They had other ones there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the Pride and Prejudice one, and then if I come back and they're still here, I'll buy another one. But they weren't, so it wasn't meant to be. So I did get this one, and I really love it. It's really beautiful, and it just looks really nice and clean just on my shelf as well, because this is the spine. So yeah, I just really, really enjoy it. Just think it's super pretty. So I think that's all of the bind-ups. Just gonna go through the different Pride and Prejudices that I have. And we'll go with this one first. This one I got from Heather over at Hia Booktubes. For the Romancebooktubers, we were doing a Secret Santa, and she was my Secret Santa. So she got me this, and I just think it's so cute. So it's Pride and Prejudice, but it also has recipes. And honestly, this whole thing just looks like a cookie or a cake. And then you open it up, and of course, there's these beautiful ends. But then also, like, you have cookies, and they're just decorated. I just really love that. I think that's so freaking pretty. And then, you tell the story, And it just has really beautiful, you know, decorations and cookies. And there's recipes. Somewhere in here, there's recipes. Here we go. Chocolate shortbread fingers. So I do want to try some of these. They do seem like a bit involved, but one day if I have nothing to do, I will make something out of here. I just think it's so, so pretty. Look at all that. That's just so pretty. I love it. So again, thank you, Heather. I really, really love this. So I'm just going to go on to the next one. Here we go. So this is actually, I can't even remember where I got this, but I really, really love this color scheme. It's beautiful. And I love the peacock feathers, and you just look at the spine. It's so gorgeous. Where did I get this? Where did I get this? I don't know. I know I bought it brand new because this is, no, I didn't. I got it at Bookman's. Holy moly. So when there's something like this is on here, this is how they tell the prices when you go to a used bookstore. So I got this. I got this at Bookman's. Holy crap. So look at how freaking gorgeous this is. I freaking love it. I mean, there's really nothing special other than the story about it on the inside, but it's just the front that, and it's like a felt almost. It has a tactile feel to it, you know. So I really, really love this. So, you know, I saw and I thought it was gorgeous, and of course I wanted to get it. So I can't believe I got this at Bookman's. Holy moly. But so I saved some money. And my next one here, this one is another Barnes & Noble edition. It is still leather bound, but it's not like hardback. It's like a softback. And so I got full price for this. You know, Barnes & Noble, they do a lot of different editions of these classics in different, you know, styles and stuff. But I thought this one was really pretty. Again, blue is one of my favorite colors. So I just thought this was gorgeous. And then I love like these peacock feather looking page ends. Again, gorgeous. You're going to hear that a lot. I bought a lot of these books just because they are just simply pretty. They're pretty. They're pretty. That's why I bought them. I got this other one here. And then I have this edition of Pride and Prejudice. I think I got this at Goodwill. Honestly, I think I did. I think so. But I just really, nope, I got it at Bookman's. I still saved some money on it. But so yeah, I just thought like the dress was super pretty, and I never really, whenever there's a Pride and Prejudice edition that I don't have, I am automatically just trained to want to have it. It's like a Pavlovian response for me. I just think it's really pretty. And then you have like the fan on the back. So they don't really have any fancy edges. Then you have this really pretty illustration on the front. I don't know if that's like a common thing throughout the book. Oh, it is. Okay, so we do have some illustrations in this book. That's awesome. Learning new things about my books while I'm filming with you. But so yeah, I just thought this was really nice. And I, you know, got it at a discount, saving some money on it. So of course it's coming home with me. Now I know I got this one at Goodwill. I know I did. For sure. So I have this edition. It's kind of shiny. I really liked, you know, the calligraphy and stuff that's going on here. And I just really like this green too. So yeah, you just have this continuing on, and you have the inside of the, I don't know what you would call this. It's not really a dust jacket because it's not coming off, but it has like these flaps. But so yeah, I really like that. There's no illustrations on this one. Sorry. But yeah, I just thought this was really pretty. And then this one I got as a gift. I got this at Changing Hands bookstores, and I actually got this from Elle. Me, Jashana, Elle, and another Arizona, she's not a booktuber, she's a book blogger. I think her name is Heather. I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name, but it was pre-COVID, like a year or two before COVID, so it was a while ago. But we all met up. We all found out that we are Arizona, you know, booktubers, and you know, we decided to meet up at the Changing Hands bookstore. And I saw this, and you know, I was just gonna put it down. I was like, you know what, I don't really need it. I don't really want to spend the money on it. But then Elle, she's like, oh, let me buy it for you. And I just thought that was really sweet. And I really like this lace kind of decorative around the title. And I just thought it was really pretty. Like, you have that in the spine as well. And it's kind of almost like, really looks like a YA novel, but I really like it. It was really sweet that, you know, Elle did that for me. And then you have like black lace here on the in the front here. And so I really like it, and I cherish it because that was really sweet of Elle. So and then I have this one here. I really think that they were going, you know, a Twilight themed of these books, because you can find other classics in this kind of style, like the Twilight-esque style. Because if you look on the back, there's Wuthering Heights, and then there's Romeo and Juliet. So it's very, like, you look at this and you think Twilight. And I think that's what they were going for. They were just, this was, you know, the cover photograph. I think this edition came out in 2009. I don't know off the top of my head when Twilight was a thing, but, or when it was published. I love that they were just trying to market the Twilight audience to read some classics. But I love the love that started it all. And, so I just thought this was real. Actually, I really think it's stunning. The flowers and everything, and on the black, background, it really makes those flowers pop. But I just thought it was really pretty, and I found it at Goodwill, so it was cheap. And I was like, I don't have this one. And then I have this edition of Pride and Prejudice. I honestly think, okay, I got this at Bookman's. See, Bookman's. So you have like this ombre feel here with the deeper purple and into the different colors there. And I just think this is like just really simple, really, you know, pretty. It's like a Penguin classic. Yeah, Penguin book. It says not available for individual sale. I wonder what that's all about. But yeah, I just really liked it. I like the illustration here at the top. And it's just really simple and elegant. I like these colors. So I just thought it would look really nice in my collection. Then this one here is a copy of Pride and Prejudice, but it's in French. I got this because I did take French when I was in high school, and I just thought it would be just really cool to try to read something, you know, in that language. And I just really, really adore this cover because it's like a watercolor-esque. I just think it's so, so pretty. And it looks like it's, I mean, it's not, but it looks like it has like a little water distress on the edges, like it might have been, you know, a watercolor or a letter, and it just got some water damage. I just thought that was really, really cool. And I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying to read this in French to you, but maybe if I got a little bit more practice, I would. But so I just thought this was beautiful. And again, I got it at Goodwill. And I just liked that it was French, and maybe when I get better, I could actually read and understand it. And then I have another one here. I think I got this one. I think I got this one new. Or I got it at Changing Hands bookstores. This is a UK edition, and I just, Puffin Classics, and I just thought this was really, really pretty. I really like the house, and we have, you know, Elizabeth and Darcy up here, and I just love all the flowers and how it's nighttime. I really like how it's night and you have the moon up here. But I honestly think I got this at Changing Hands. I can't remember off the top of my head, but then you turn it around, and I like that the illustrations continue on the back. In the back of this book, you have, they have like the main characters here, and then you have some things to think about, some things to do, and they have like, did you know, like some facts. There's glossary, and I just think that's pretty cool. And it has some, you know, stuff written about Jane Austen, like in her life. So I just thought that was cool. And then this one, and it's a very eye-popping green, and you have the pink font. And what really caught my eye is that there's a new afterword by Eloisa James. I really enjoy Eloisa James. She's a really fantastic historical romance author. And so I just had to get it. And now I'm getting my very last Pride and Prejudice, which I got this one at Bookman's, and I just thought this was really funny. It's a children's book in the esque of Pride and Prejudice. So You have one, maybe it's like a Christmas book too, because it kind of reminds me of like the 12 Days of Christmas. I just really love how this is Elizabeth on here and she has I Heart Darcy shirt. I thought that was funny. But then, so you go have one English village, two rich gentlemen, Mr. Bingley, Mr. Darcy, and three houses, four marriage proposals. So it kind of, you know, it's kind of giving me the, like the 12 Days of Christmas-esque, but that's all. There's no like Christmas, any other thing on this book. So I just thought that was really cute and funny. And so yeah, that's why. And I got it at Bookman's and it was cheap, so why not, said I. And now I'm going on to the copies of Persuasion that I have. I only have 3, but again, this is another kind of similar to this Pride and Prejudice, but I have it as the Persuasion, and it's really pretty, really stunning. Love it. It's gorgeous, especially just on the bookshelf with the spine. It's stunning. Then I got this one. I bought this because when I was doing my Jane Austen read along and I didn't want to mark in that one, I had that copy of Persuasion. I didn't want to make notes and annotate in that really pretty edition. So I was like, I'm going to buy another one. And so I bought this one on Amazon and then I got it and I'm like, this is really pretty too. But I did end up just doing like some highlighting and I have, you know, my tabs in here. But I just really love like this watercolor-esque. I just think it's stunning. And of course you have like kind of the letters in the background because they do write letters to each other and it's a really prominent thing in the book. And just the letter that is written to Anne by Captain Wentworth is just, it's the most beautiful love letter in the history of love letters. Let's just say that. So that is just really prevalent in this novel and I love how that is featured on the cover. So I just thought this was beautiful. And then I had just this really simple, it almost looks like a notebook because it has this on it. But, so it's just really simple on the front, but then when you open it, you have these really detailed page ends here. And I just thought that was really pretty. And there's, of course, there's more illustrations. And that goes throughout the book, I believe, just here and there. Oh yeah, here we go. I thought I saw something. Yeah, here we go. So this is just a glossary of like the characters and I just think that's really cool. But yeah, so that one's really pretty on the inside. It's just really simple on the outside. And the last book that I'm going to show you is this copy that I have of Emma. I got this at Goodwill and it's kind of similar to this Signet classic of Pride and Prejudice. So it's a similar edition, but it's just all pink. And I have not read Emma yet, but I do eventually would like to read Emma. That's just chunky, isn't it? Yeah, Emma's a chunky book. Emma's chunky. But so yeah. So yeah, this is my Jane Austen collection, mostly Pride and Prejudice, but it is continuing to grow. I don't think I would ever stop. If they don't stop making editions, I will keep buying them because they're just so pretty. I'm going to do a tour of these Barnes & Noble leather-bound classic editions because they are just stunning. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment below, are there any authors that you will just buy every edition of, or is there any book that you would just buy every edition of just because it's one of your favorites or it's just really pretty? You know, anything that's a cover buy, I feel like we do. As they say that you can't judge a book by its cover, but we totally do, right? And you know, if it's really pretty, obviously, like, and it's a book that you love, you just want to get it. So if there are any books out there that are like that for you or any authors, and follow me on all the social media platforms, the links will be in the description box below. I also have created an Amazon affiliate store, which links to these books will be in the description box. If you buy them through that link, I will get a small commission at no additional cost to you. And then also, I just wanted to put out there that I did apply for monetization. We did it. We got the 4,000 watch hours, and thank you so much, everybody who really helped get me there. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Love you so much. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, avid readers.